put this Uncle Snoop on it together, man. I need you to find the niggas from the back that look, man. You know what I'm talking about? Where them niggas at? Yeah. Cause you know me, I'm an opportunist, man. I love giving out to niggas. So what I'ma do? I'ma kick it off like I know how. And then we gon' let them come in and do what they do, cuz I gotta let you know how it is. I'm Bo-Redder, a go-getter, mo-wetter, low-redder, dough-getter, so better, faux-wetter, no never, so clever, go weather, or not the teapot, or the beat might settle, feet on the pedal, mashing music, blasting, swerving, driving, fasting, in the wrong lane, but I ain't tripping, cause I'm getting my cash in. Motherfuckers wanna lock me up, cause I gang bang, smoke weed, don't give a fuck. I bought my little football team a bus on the grind, trying to find time, letting real niggas shine. Figaro on the low, let these niggas know. Boss dog, boss ball, just a little more. When I came through the dough, I banged with the hoe. Motherfucker, I'ma bang with the O. I'm in the crippin' kitchen, spitting bitches, flipping the switches. My niggas in Richmond, the real killers, gorillas, wig splitters, heavy hitters, you dig it? That trick. A lot of niggas like to say what they gon' do, but I'ma fuck with y'all, cause I want to. A lot of people say it's bad for my health, but I don't give a fuck, cause I'm a man for myself and stay fucking with y'all.
Jeremy, I don't know. We got baseball yet, so probably not. I wanted to, but kids.
Don't fuck with us. Don't fuck with us. Don't fuck with us. 何がしたい何やりたい何になりたいどんななりたい間違いないか環境外面体裁全部掘ってもなおつかみとっておねんがこの熱いメンバーティーンエイジャーからの憧れと共演者な
Don't know what that is, so we're gonna cancel that. Jeremy, I wanted to, but I just don't know because we have a 4-box baseball mixer coming up. It's got Chronicles, Archives, it's got Triple Threads, and NT in that mix, so we got to do that yet. So probably not. It's already 10 o'clock. That'll probably take us to about 11:30 with that one and this one right here. All right, here's how we did today. Baltimore, Miami on Thursday. All right, you got to get 75% or higher. All right, this shouldn't be too hard. What did we say, 75? Or was it 80? We'll go with 75, all right? So, Atlanta, Dallas, check. Dallas took care of Atlanta big time. Tennessee, New Orleans, almost let it go. Tennessee, hottest team in the league right now. All right. Indianapolis, Jacksonville, took care of business. Bills get Indianapolis next week. New England, on fire. That was my lock of the week. I won some money on them, not only in the betting sites, but Larry gave me a chance to take him too. I guess he could have gave me the points. He didn't offer, though. He was brave enough to take him straight up. Sorry, Larry. The Browns did not get it done today. Buffalo, Jets. Buffalo took care of business. Seems to be back on track, but it's the Jets. Pittsburgh, Detroit. We're not going to count that game. It was a wash. So it's not a win, nor is it a loss. It just doesn't go against it. I should take it away from you guys. But what, like, dude, that field goal, Lions didn't lose. You're right. And you didn't lose on that one. That field goal, that dude just kicked a waterlogged ball. That was all that was. You ever play out in the rain? Like, I remember younger, we would play football in the rain so much, and just literally, like, the ball would get soaked and heavy and wet. They were wiping it off in between every play. Crazy. So that takes you almost to the end of the 1 o'clock game. So look at this. Thursday, you had a little upset. You went 5 straight on these 1 o'clock games. Now let's get to the last 1 o'clock game, which was Tampa Bay and Washington. Big upset there. That cost me a parlay. I'm not going to lie. Then Arizona, Carolina. That was my second lock of the week. Nailed my 2 locks of the week. Did win on both of those. So I was wrong on Tampa, though. I thought Tampa was going to cover the spread. So lost on that one. Chargers in Minnesota. Chargers dropping another one to Minnesota. Philadelphia, Denver. Philadelphia took care of business. Green Bay, Seattle. Green Bay taking care of business. That was the womp, womp, womp game of the week. Boring. What an awful game. And then we have Kansas City and LA going on right now. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 13 live games. Let me see if I can do this right here. 13 times You need to get 10 games right. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It doesn't look like you can get it. You need to get 10. It's technically you need to get 9.75 games. But man, I don't think I counted the Detroit one. What a wacky week though. The moral of the story for this year's league is parity, upset, parity. Like there is just baseball is breaking after this. Yes. So I want to go over it because you guys know I always say we're more than just a break group. We love football and sports first, and cards go along with that. Cards help us to celebrate those sports. But dude, football is getting good. I was talking to some Jason today, and I was talking to my dad, and just saying kind of in passing, I love the parity in the league this year, but it's not like great for cards, right? Like there's nobody standing out. Like, I mean, another week where we don't have Russell Wilson was down for a few weeks. Another week without Kyler. Lamar losing to the Dolphins this week where I thought he would be the front runner. Then it's Brady. Okay, Brady's going to win the MVP. Just kidding. He couldn't get anything done. For like the entire first quarter, the dude had negative fantasy points. At one point, he had negative 5.25 fantasy points in our own league. It's just crazy, right? Like, when have you ever seen a league go like this where there's this many upsets? We haven't had... Oh, buddy! Woo! Dude, Raiders bringing it. There's the best rookie of the year. Mac Jones bringing it for rookie of the year right now. So, Bengals were off this week, right? Kind of Jamar Chase has been quiet the last couple weeks. Let's talk about Mac Jones. New England on a tear right now. Does Mac Jones start to really take the lead for Rookie of the Year? I mean, let's put a little pull up. I'm curious. Let me put it up. If this is rest of the year, not right now. Let's see who wins it. Let's see who you guys have. I'm sure it's... Now you guys have seen that Raiders just scored, right? Gregory Rousseau, Devonta Smith. I had him on my bench in 2 leagues. Kyle Pitts. Let's get that Devonta Smith over here. Tyreek Hill. Oh, no. Maybe we'll get a kaboom, though. Aaron Jones. Bosa, DJ Moore. I would get more excited for the kaboom. Najee Harris. I didn't really see what he did today. Let's get the games up so I can look at that a little bit. How bad was that Steelers game though, honestly? What Najee do? 26 for 105 yards and 4 for 28 in passing. So just not a lot. There's a Trey Lance green parallel. That's the short print or the 1 per box parallel or something like that. Pete Werner, Jacob Harris, Brandon Stevens, Darius Leonard. Kwity Paye. There's a Justin Fields right there. He's off this week. We didn't get to enjoy him. Rookies seem to be coming along a little bit, Najee Harris. Sorry, he's douchey too. That was literally douchey when he did that interview. Sorry, Najee. I don't like it, man. I don't know how you could get it wrong. I mean, it's spelled Najee. Najee. That was the worst argument. Honest to God, that was the worst. Listen, I have no problem. I've been called Ballet. Like, my last name is not easy to say, right? It's been Bally. So, it's like, I get the frustrations, but that'd be like me being like, how can you get it wrong? It's Balliet. 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 Doesn't match phonetically, dude. So, yeah, his argument was a little bit douchey. Mac Jones, we're getting all these rookie QBs in this. Jalen Waddle. A.J. Brown with another dud. He did have a big drop, didn't he? I think he was set up for a nice, either a touchdown, boogie. Come on, man. Can we get a kaboom? A.J. is the biggest bust of the year? Probably, and I have more shares of him than anyone else. But how about this? I'm back! Dude, I would bet on... It's so funny. So... In between the 1 o'clock and 4 o'clock games, they were running a special, a 33% boost on a 3-leg touchdown parlay on DraftKings. So I bet on Javonte Williams, which I don't think he scored anyhow. The other guy I picked scored. Only one of the three scored. But I picked P.J. Walker to score a rushing touchdown. And then after I did it, I was like, what if Cam comes in, though, and, like, has one of those days where he just... They bring him in on the close to the goal line packages. I'm like, nah, we'll go with P.J. Walker. Great odds. Cam comes back in, 2 touchdowns on 2 possessions, which is like... It gets you kind of excited for the Panthers a little bit. I know nobody likes Cam. Everyone hates Cam. And then, Chris. If Chris is in here, Chris messaged me and was like, oh, so he's allowed to say I'm back. And I thought it was ridiculous, too. I had heard he got a penalty. He got the penalty for taking off his helmet. No, Chris, the penalty wasn't for I'm back. He took off his helmet. You can't take off your helmet after a touchdown. And Aaron Rodgers didn't. Aaron Rodgers left his helmet on. So I thought so too. I was like, that's ridiculous. It was clear. You can't take your helmet off on the field until you leave the field. I think you can take it off if you're exiting the field. Oh no, they already said it's likely, James, that he starts next week. But I think that they can still use P.J. Walker in packages too. Like, he doesn't look awful back there. Sam Darnold, OBJ. There's a Josh Allen stargazing. I'm hoping he starts to get it together. I still don't like some of our play calling, but they did start to get the ball downfield a little bit. Where are you guys at? Oh, it's a close one here. 10 votes, 60-40 Mac Jones. I mean, obviously, the quarterback has an edge always. As long as Chase doesn't let his foot off the gas. Dwayne Eskridge. Oh, it's got to piss CMC off. And not only that, Christian McCaffrey owners. But again, in PPR leagues, you're not too upset about McCaffrey's performance. If you look at what he did, McCaffrey had, again, 19 carries for 95 yards, no touchdowns. So in standard scoring, 9.5. But in PPR, he had 10 for 66. So he got an additional 16.6 points just in PPR scoring. Even without PPR, another 6.6 points. Quinton Williams, Matt Ryan, Myles Garrett. There's a Kadarius Toney. And Ramondre Stevenson at 12:58 today. I'm playing my brother in a Dynasty League. I snuck in Ramondre Stevenson because he was cleared. 2 touchdowns for that guy. Jalen Waddle came out hot a little bit. Oh, Diggs got another INT. Yeah, Stephon Diggs having a week. I wore his jersey today. I needed us to get back into it. I said, I'm wearing my Stephon Diggs jersey now till we lose. Jefferson, Barkley, and Fuller. ETN. Davis Mills. Chris Evans. Julio Jones, Brady, Prescott, Long, Allen. There's a Devonta Smith. Najee Harris. And there's a Chuba with a touchdown today, too. Like, it wasn't bad enough McCaffrey couldn't get in because of... Well, that blaster didn't have any of the QBs in it. It wasn't bad enough that McCaffrey couldn't get in because of Cam taking him. Then Chuba got the 1 carry, too. What up, John Carter? Tell me this. Who is your fantasy regret this year? All right, we'll get into who you love. Don't say who you love yet. That'll be the next question. But right now, who's the guy you drafted... Rather it be multiple shares of, or you drafted too early and you're doing really well in a league, but he's just killing you. I mean, mine's definitely A.J. Brown just because I have sheer volume of him. But A.J. Brown, obviously, quite a big disappointment. I'm probably a little upset I had a couple shares of Barkley too, which that's my fault. I knew better. I missed a flag in the game here. Who's your fantasy regret this year? There were a couple weak flags today I saw. Like, I still think the NFL is giving way too much leniency and subjectivity in the league right now. Too much control. What do we got here? Odell Beckham out of $4.99. We're going to get a chance to see him tomorrow. A couple packages set up for him. Kylan, Ruggs, yeah, that'll make you regret real fast. CeeDee Lamb, DeAndre Swift. There's a Joe Burrow. I saw DeAndre Swift scored today. I think I saw that. There's a Mac Jones. right after we pulled his autographed jersey today. I was like, oh, nice, getting in the end zone. So did Jamar Jefferson and then some other guy for the Lions. I had no idea who he was. Sam Darnold. A.J. Brown, Hawkinson, Fields. How high could you draft Fields that you'd be disappointed? I can't imagine you took, that's not a guy you were planning on starting, I don't think, right? Larry Roundtree with a touchdown today, too. Took it from Eckler. The running backs of San Fran. Yeah, I didn't touch them this year. On the waiver wire, I did. Tutu Atwell. Patrick Surtain. There we go. Trevor Lawrence. Kadarius Toney. Javonte Williams by storm. Brevin Jordan. Anthony Schwartz. Simi Fehoko. Christian Barmore. Hill. Jones. Got Davis Mills. Caleb Farley. There's a Zach Wilson. Dude, so Zach Wilson was on the sidelines at the game. He had like this little hoodie on, this Jets hoodie. It really looked like the coach brought him along for Bring Your Son to Work Day. Like, it looked bad. He looked so young. He was short next to the coach. I don't think it was the head coach, but... Oops. Yeah, but I'll tell you what, the season's going to get exciting come here like December when we get in the weeks. Well, let's see. What do we got? Another touchdown? Oh, no, incomplete. So it's the 14th. So on the 21st, we're going to have week 11. The 28th, we'll have week 12. First week of December, 13. So when we had the Buffalo, New England comes to Buffalo for Monday Night Football. But that's when things are going to start to be like, every game's going to be a big deal. A lot of people, even for fantasy purposes, worried like, oh, now the extra game there was a lot of talk, will people start to pull their players out 2 weeks early? Probably not happening this year because there's not enough distance, at least at this point, unless someone really starts to pull away. Not enough distance in between players. That's how who looked last week. I missed that Saints flag, but that game was. I watched some of that game. That was really poor. That whole game was poorly officiated. Way too many extra shots at the end zone. The refs kept throwing flag after flag in the red zone. I don't like that, man. Especially when it converts to a first down. Like, it's not even a 15-yard penalty. It's that you're within the 10, and then it's like a unsportsmanlike conduct or an automatic first down half the distance to the goal. It's just, they called that a dozen times in that game, it felt like. Warren Jackson. Oh, Kruger, I got you. Yeah. He looks so tiny, man. I feel bad for the kid. Like, he's got some growing up to do just to be respected. Like, they can't look at him in the huddle and be like, who brought their brother to the game? Let's see. Vikings. He was on the Broncos. A Viking sign. Former. Last I looked, it looks like the Vikes. Mark Ingram looking good. I bought some of his autos this week at the show. We're going to be using those, so look out for those. Rondell Moore, Arizona Cardinals. He was active, but the Cardinals were just kind of non-existent this week. And it was JC, it was on both sides of the ball for that Titans-Saints game. Every time I couldn't even watch that game. Like, I had no stake in the game there. No coin involved, no really fantasy stuff going on except AJ. Rakeem Boyd for the Lions. Detroit Lions going out to Alex Regal. Big 3rd and goal here coming up. They need to hold him. It's a big play. 3rd and goal at the 9 for Kansas City. We got a Chris Evans, 14 out of 15. That goes out to the Cincinnati Bengals. Ooh, did they get them offside? Are they going to get with a false start or encroachment? Uh-oh. Encroachment. At least they avoided the free play. Hey, there we go. I'm not going to lie. Y'all hate on him as much as you want. I'm telling you what, in the offseason, if people lose faith in him and his cards drop anymore, it's going to be time to buy. They're still a little too high. He is not going anywhere. The dude, every time I turn it on, I'm like, he does a throw, and maybe it's not the best yet, but just his form and his running and his size. Dude, Trevor Lawrence is going to be in the NFL for a while. People love to hate. People are just trolls and they love to hate. Trevor Lawrence is not going anywhere. He got drafted by probably the worst organization in the league right now. Worst head coach in the league. Like, they need time to get it together. I got to see if a 130 point will fit here. But, dude, do not count that guy out. And you know what? Part of the people that are like, can't believe I spent money on or whatever. Well, people spend too much on some of these guys when they know they're probably not going to be successful year one. All right, guys, who got the Jags? I think the Jags are on a trade. Randy, I'm not going to be able to get you in a mag case there just because I don't like the way it's fitting. Leaf sometimes has cuts like that. So we're not going to be able to get you in a mag case. I'll still get you stickered up here. I apologize. I wanted to get one on there for you, or get it on there for you, but I don't want to scrape up your edges. Sorry we didn't get to a show today. Chris and I just couldn't get our schedules completely completely aligned. So we'll don't worry. We're going to do a show this week if you feel like being involved in that. I just saw what happened. Dagnabbit. All right. That's a nice card, though. Still, 35 out of 35. Wanted to do that 19, 20, 21 mixer. I mean, a lot of people wanted it. I think I just got it a little bit too late. We'll get that at some point. It's a little pricey. That's just because the 19, 20, 21 product is pricey. But once I saw it wasn't necessarily what we wanted at that time, I try to like read that, guys. So if you were excited about that, don't be too upset. We may get back to it. Deuce McAllister is on the air for the Saints game? Really? Is that who y'all are talking about? All right, we got Boogie Basham out of 35 going out to the Buffalo Bills. Who was that caught that? Gray, did I see? Felipe Franks going out to the Atlanta Falcons. That's going to go out to James Eisman. Who do you have in fantasy, Kruger? We have Gregory Rousseau for the Buffalo Bills out of 25. There we go. Nice pink parallel there for the Buffalo Bills going out to TJ Herb. Got the boogie too. Cornell Powell. There's one for the Kansas City Chiefs. I thought they threw to him earlier, but it was Pringle. I swear it was Powell. Who do I want to win tonight? The Raiders, because I feel like we can beat the Raiders better than the Chiefs. I know that doesn't seem right if the Raiders beat them twice. I caught a peek of this. Can you believe it? Another one! 2 out of 10! Trevor Lawrence! Boom! Dude, I think that was on a trade too. Holy cow! What the hell's going on out there? Trevor 2 times. Boom. Gotta hit him with the drop on that.
What the fuck?
Watch us pull a Trevor Lawrence jersey. You know what, John? The only thing I'm upset about is I was supposed to go to that Saints game. Like, I saw it on the schedule. I have a buddy that was been asking me to come out. Used to be heavy in our group. And I was like, you know what? When that happens, absolutely, I'm coming out. And then we looked at the schedule, and it's Thanksgiving. And that's devastating because that's one I've always wanted to go out to New Orleans. I couldn't wait to go out there and enjoy a game out that way. And I kind of ran it by my wife a little bit and was like, what would you think about that? She's like, yeah. I was like, it's on Thanksgiving. She's like, no, we're not leaving the family. All right. Hold on. Let's take a little brief intermission here. And before we do our pro set and our jersey, let's check in on these paper footballs real quick. Where'd my red marker go? My red Sharpie. Here it is. All right. Jason Franklin, you did not get the Steelers win today. Matt Gibson, you did. Chargers, you did not win your $5 on paper football. Rams didn't play yet. Vikes, you did. Panthers, you did. Cardinals, Jordan Kruger, you did not win your $5 on paper football. Browns, you did not. Dougie Berger won his 5. The Raiders are on now. The Jets, you did not. So we have the Raiders still playing. And let's just put a check next to these ones. Titans, Matt Gibson wins 5. Nick and us didn't play yet. Vikes, you won 5. Panthers, you won 5. That's Jonathan Felton. And Dougie won 5. So we get 20 so far away with the chance for 10 more on those credits for paper football. So that was our week 10 paper football challenge. We'll give more of those out this week. It looks like we'll only be down to 4. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Gave out 11 paper footballs this week. Well, 4 of those carried over. Now, John Carter, do you live in that direction? I know I ship to you all the time, but there's no way I'm going to remember. I know you're a Saints fan, but where do you live exactly? I can pull it up. People just assume I remember where I ship to everyone's stuff at. It's very hard when you ship over 100 a week. Well, congrats, dude. I'm glad we could pull you some stuff. Yeah, man, I like the Leaf stuff. Leaf tends to put these names out there more. I know the argument's always like, well, they're not worth as much as Panini. Well, they're not as high of a risk either. You seem to hit the big names more often. And I think the cards look great. Fantastic. Now, I was talking to Jason. I really wish that now that they're using stickers and not doing as much on card, I wish they could do pro unis and just airbrush things off, but they haven't gone that route yet. All right. We got an Andre Cisco for the Jags. 2 out of 7. The Jets game in Buffalo. When is that? That's in January. What Jets are you going to the Jets Saints game, you mean? Jalen Twyman out of 30. I want to say that's Vikings, but we'll double check on that later. Jalen Twyman. Brian Edwards, 3 receptions, 88 yards, and a TD. And Penei Sewell for the Detroit Lions, 32 out of 35. Whoa! Whoa! Oh, no! No, you bum! You fucking bum! Of course the Badger would come up. Oh, my God. Well, Knox came off of an injury. He was just, dude, Knox. It wasn't just Knox. It was Knox, Schultz, even Dan, what's his name, Arnold, that was supposed to have a big week. He did get a touchdown near the end there. Joseph Asai. Oh, that's a long drive. We're like 3.5 hours from Buffalo. So people think I live in Buffalo or I'm close to the Bills. It's a hike for us to go to games. Brady White out of 20. Sorry, Chris, I couldn't control myself there. Brady White will have to random that off at the end. And we got ourselves a Jamar Chase. That's going to be out of 25 for the Bengals. Cincinnati going out to Jeff Galvez. All right, we have Jabril Cox for the Dallas Cowboys. 13 out of 20, Jabril Cox. That's going to be going out to Kyle Moore. Is that who that was? What a bum. Sage Surratt for the Detroit Lions. 7 out of 20, green. Oh, am I? I'm not delayed. That wasn't 2 minutes ago. Tyler Vaughn for the Indianapolis Colts. YouTube can't be that far behind, can it? Out of 35 for the Indianapolis Colts, Tyler Vaughn. Okay, so I asked you who your biggest regret as a fantasy owner was. Who is the guy that you drafted either in a lot of leagues or that you got a good share of in a good league? Who is your fantasy stud or hero this year? Hunter Long for the Miami Dolphins, not a fantasy stud. Out of 50, Hunter Long. Who is your fantasy savior, your fantasy stud? All right. Emir Smith-Marset, Minnesota Vikings out of 30. Minnesota going out to Stars. Josh Allen. Mine's a quarterback too, I think, and Dak Prescott. And our last card is going to be a nice one there. Trey Sermon. That is 2 out of 3 for the Niners. Going out to Jordan Kruger. Get your jersey guesses in. 1 guess per person. Even if you're not in a break, you can guess. No repeat guesses. Put a J next to it. If you get it right, we'll give you $10 credit. We're going to make some space here because we are going to bring the jersey over here to open. We'll put our Trevor Lawrence's back here for a minute. James Conner. I know. I have some James Conner. I'm mad I didn't get more because I liked him. I got a couple shares of him. You're right. He's been good. Problem is, he's been on my bench on the good weeks. He's like that guy that you draft and you don't use until it's too late. Get your jersey guesses in. Put a J. $10 credit if you get it right. Only one winner. Cheese and rice. Gosh dang it. Make sure you didn't guess the same thing someone else did. Again, I mean, I could do 5 jerseys tonight. I don't know that we'll fill it. Maybe I'll put a... Chris, I don't know if you want to do that while I get around for baseball, see if anyone's interested in doing 5 jerseys. This is not from the second half of the case that we did today. If we post 5 more jerseys, that is clean. In this second case right here, they are still in. 5 jerseys still in there. So this is just some other loose jerseys that I had. Because not that we had a bad break earlier. There was some nice stuff in there. We had what? The DeAndre Swift Collegiate. We had the Warren Sapp. But I think there's a banger coming in that second half of the case. Because we haven't had a case where we didn't have at least one big name. We pulled Devontae Adams and Rod Woodson. So, again, it wasn't like a bad jersey break at all. But we haven't pulled that banger name. I don't think Devontae Adams. From New York City, about 3 hours, 2.5, 3 hours. About 3.5, 4 hours from Buffalo. Like, it's different. I'm in central PA. All right, here we go. For the Minnesota Vikings, Paul Krause going out to Stas Dixon. Hall of Fame in 98. Paul Krause. We seem to get one of these every case. So this must have been from we did a couple randomly we had for a while here. They've been sitting off to the side. I use them for mixers. Who was our one in the last case we had? Oh, Billy Shaw. It's just one Hall of Fame guy that doesn't necessarily say that, but Paul Krause. Anybody guess Krause? All right. Oh my gosh. I used to like, is it just me? Maybe it's just me. And you guys tell me as a general fan, I used to really like Mahomes, even when he was winning. But there's just something about him, and maybe it's his brother and his wife. I don't know. There's something about Mahomes. Maybe it was the way he acted in the Bills game. Even though we won, I just didn't like the way he acted. It's hard to root for Mahomes right now. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I just don't like... Maybe it's like he's already done so well in a couple years. I don't know. But am I the only one? JC, I'd be interested in that, man. Remind me as it gets closer. Jamar Chase, nice card there out of 25. Osai, Penei Sewell for the Lions. Jalen Twyman, Andre Sisco for the Jags. We had the Trevor Lawrence, Zach Wilson, Trey Lance, Justin Fields, Mac Jones. One of those cards was green in here. We had a green parallel. The Trey Lance was the short print parallel. What is it, Felton? Why don't I like him? It's not that I want to not like him. I don't hate him. I just don't like him this year. It's just me. It could be. Felton's a Chiefs fan, if you didn't know. I like Felton a lot. Felton, you're a pretty solid fan. I don't mean to disrespect you, but I don't know. I don't not like him. He's just not fun to watch. It's hard to cheer for him. Trey Sermon for the Niners going out to Kruger. I knew Felton would say something. All right. What date is that, John Carter? Amir Smith-Marset for the Minnesota Vikings going out to Stads. He also got the Paul Krause jersey. We had the Hunter Long for the Miami Dolphins going out to Marie Elizabeth. We will give 2 $5 hitless credits out, so hang tight for that. Tyler Vaughns for the Indianapolis Colts going out to Robert Osborne. We had the Sage Surratt for the Detroit Lions going out to Alex Regal, getting his own home team himself. Yeah, no, you're right, Felton. I mean, that's definitely part of it. Dallas Cowboys, Kyle Moore getting the Jabril Cox. And Cornell Powell for the Kansas City Chiefs, rating the kisser. Pow! We got the Gregory Rousseau for the Buffalo Bills going out to TJ Erb. We had the Felipe Franks for the Atlanta Falcons going out to James Eisman. And Carlos Boogie Basham for the Buffalo Bills going out to TJ. Chris Evans for the Cincinnati Bengals going out to Jeff Galvez. We had the Rakeem Boyd for the Detroit Lions to Alex. Rondell Moore for the Arizona Cardinals. Hitman Hunter, did you get them in the mini? Or in the random, I mean? And for the Vikes, Warren Jackson. We weren't done. Got ourselves a pair of Trevor Lawrence. 1 out of 35 and 1 out of 10. 35 out of 35, 2 out of 10. Nice cards there. We also had the Paul Krause was our jersey. 10th to the 13th. December 10th to the 13th. That's the week after the Bills game. The week before is my son's birthday party. I don't see why not. All right, let's give away 2 $5 hitless credits. Jeez. I cannot believe. What was he thinking on that play? Deshaun. This could be a 24-21 game and freaking Deshaun Jackson. Remember when he dropped the ball before he went into the end zone back in the day? Like he dropped it like 2 yards short. And instead of a 3-point game, we have a 13-point game just like that. No, I fear the Patriots more now. And I said that from the start. My dad and my brother was like, nah, don't worry about the Patriots. This was a couple weeks ago. I'm like, nah, man, like the Patriots are good. Like Mac Jones is going to get it together. Like I was worried about him. And I'm nervous about that game Monday night. Belichick has our number, man. He knows us. It's the Saints and the Rams going out getting the $5 credits to John Gricius and Brooks Fit. I think that's Medford. You got yourself $5 credit to use on a future break. All right. We got to go do the baseball. Maybe we'll get a pull up to see if we want to do the second half of that jersey case. This was fun hanging out with y'all. We'll recap the games more tomorrow. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the games today. Tons of parity. It's a lot of fun. It looks like you're going to be a game shy of winning your picks again this week. Can I say, it's not easy to get 75%. Get it together, guys. I'll see y'all soon. Come hang out at baseball if you want.